countless champions have been crowned throughout the history of competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! But what about the underdogs, the dark horses, the decks that upon first glance make you question everything you thought you knew about the game? In this series, both MBT and myself will be showcasing some of Yu-Gi-Oh's wackiest unsung heroes. Each episode will feature new decks, new strategies, and the results will be unpredictable. You've seen the history of Yu-Gi-Oh!, but this is the history of Jank. If you want 5% off any singles or sealed product, click the affiliate links in the description and use code CIMOOOOO5. And clicking the TCG Player affiliate link before you shop helps support us to provide you with more amazing content.
All right, well, something a little more normal here today. Well, normal by History of Jank standards. We are playing Harpies. Now, we've gone over Harpies a little bit on History of Yu-Gi-Oh! Already, so I'm not going to belabor the point, but the short of it is, the new wave of Harpy support is actually pretty frighteningly good. Hysteric Sign, when activated, adds an elegant egotist from your deck or graveyard to your hand, and then during the end phase, if this was sent to the graveyard this turn, you can add up to 3 Harpy cards with different names from each other from your deck to your hand. You can't only get cards like Harpy Lady, now you have much better targets. Things like Harpy Queen, which can search Harpy's Hunting Ground, a repeatable MST. New monsters like Harpy Channeler, which can discard a Harpy card to special summon a Harpy monster from your deck in defense position. And cards like Harpy Dancer, which allow you to get repeated activations of Harpy's Hunting Ground, among other things. The glue that holds this deck together is Hysteric Party. This card is basically 3 Call of the Haunteds, all in the same card, which is pretty powerful at this stage in Yu-Gi-Oh's history. In short, you were able to use these Harpy monsters to put together a pretty coherent rank 4 strategy, especially with access to cards like Lightning Kidori that other decks could not make use of. After that, you could go aggro by using Harpy Channeler to summon Harpy's Pet Dragon, a card that routinely would get to 2,900 attack. Shocking for just how accessible it is. Outside of that, there's not too much to talk about. The rest of the deck is rife with staples. We've got Zephyros the Elite, Cyber Dragon, Triple Harpy Channeler, Triple Harpy Dancer, Double Harpy Lady 1, Triple Harpy Queen, Pet Dragon, Mist Valley Falcon, Double Summoner Monk, Book of Moon Darkhold, Egotist because you can get it from grave, you only need to play 1, Forbidden Lands, Triple Hunting Ground, Triple Hysteric Sign, Mystical Space Typhoon, Soul Charge, Double Breakthrough Skill, 1 Compulsory Evacuation Device, Triple Hysteric Party, Icarus Attack, Magical Hats, Mirror Force, Sealing Ceremony of Raiton, Solemn Warning, Torrential Tribute, and Wiretap. In the side, we've got Blackhorn, Chain Disappearance, Imperial Iron Wall, Light Imprisoning Mirror, 2 Maxi, Prohibition, Soul Drain, 2 Stygian Dirge, 2 Vanity's Emptiness. The extra is a bunch of 4s, but I want to draw specific attention to Ice Beast Zero Fine, Lightning Kidori, and Queen Dragoon Jin, 3 that you are probably not familiar with, and this deck has pretty unique access to. So with that, here's Alex.
Now this is a deck that I can run with. Oh, look at this. Beautiful. Big giant monsters that lock the opponent out from playing the game, and bricky as all hell. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Tribute Stun. Tribute Stun, for those of you who may have played Yu-Gi-Oh! For quite some time more recently, this may not be the first time you've heard of this archetype, but it may surprise you that this was the first time it really started to see much play in Yu-Gi-Oh! We're about like right before the Duelist Alliance era in history of Jank here, and that's because there wasn't enough monsters in the game that were able to stun the opponent out from playing, and so as a result, now that we had the release of cards like, you know, Majesty's Fiend from Primal Origin, I believe, and that basically was all we needed, because now we have this paired with Vanity's Fiend, paired with Vanity's Ruler, paired with Christia, and we're even on Angel 07, because why the hell not? So, if you've never seen Tribute Stun before, the whole concept of the deck is to summon gigantic things that have floodgate effects. They're huge, so they can't be hit over by anything your opponent most likely will be able to summon, and you just win the game over the course of a couple turns. It's very simple, very easy to play, and one of the things that made this deck very appealing, especially for people who wanted to play at a more competitive level, was that it was incredibly affordable, right? I think the most expensive cards in here are probably going to be the Majesty's Fiend, because at the time, these had just come out, and they only had 1 printing being a secret rare, but everything else in here has multiple printings, and they only come in like really low rarities. Like Vanity's Ruler and Fiend, I'm pretty sure are like rares for the most part. I mean, you can get them ultimate, but that's totally fine. Everything else in here is a reprint for the most part, at like common for the at like common or rare, I would say. So it makes it a very affordable deck, because you also don't need an extra deck, because you have a very simple game plan: get things on the field, tribute for big dudes, and protect the big dudes until you win the game. So let's do the card by card. We have 1 Angel 07. This is probably the only time we'll ever see this card in a competitive deck ever. If it's tribute summon, it gains this effect. Neither player can activate monster effects. So This is essentially like bad Majesty's Fiend, because Majesty's Fiend does the exact same thing, except it only needs 1 tribute. Angel 07 is just funnier, so that's why we're playing that. We also need like more monsters, so that also kind of helps with the monster count. Triple Christia, this just makes it so that neither player can special summon. We have triple Majesty's Fiend, which makes it that neither player can activate monster effects. 1 Vanity's Fiend, which makes it so that neither player can special summon. And triple Vanity's Ruler, which makes it so that only the opponent cannot special summon. That's kind of important because we are playing a card known as Photon Sanctuary. If you've never seen this card before, special summon 2 Photon tokens in defense position. They can't attack or be used as synchro material, and you can't summon other monsters this turn you activate this except for light monsters. So it works that Angel 07, Christia, Majesty's Fiend, and Vanity's Ruler are all light, so we can actually benefit from the 2 tokens to be able to tribute them off without having to commit to any other summon. We have a Book of Moon, triple Forbidden Dress, triple Forbidden Lance. These are some of the cards we're going to use to protect our monsters, because otherwise, like when they stick to the field, they're going to be magnets for removal. So Dress makes it that it can't be targeted or destroyed by other card effects. Lance protects it from spell and trap effects. Then we need Mausoleum of the Emperor in here as well, because this is another way for us to tribute them without actually tributing them. We just pay our life points instead, which is perfectly fine. We're playing Terraforming to supplement that. MSC's in here just to be able to play through any back row, because once we stick them, we are totally fine. Duality's here to search for whatever piece of the deck we're missing, whether it's the tribute summon part or the defensive part. And triple Upstart just to make our deck as thin as possible. In the traps, bottom was triple Decree, double Safe Zone, and the first Monarch. We are unironically playing this card because it is actually quite good for being able to summon out giant tribute summonable monsters that we're trying to get to the field. I think this actually came out before the Monarch structure deck was even released, funny enough, so very funny that we get to see this here. Extra deck is obviously relevant. Side deck, we've got 2 copies of Consecrated Light, a 2nd Vanity's Fiend, a 3rd Mausoleum. Honestly, I feel like you could probably main the 3rd copy because you want to just have as much consistency as possible. I feel like that's the way you lose, is if you don't have a way to tribute summon a guy out onto the field. A 3rd MST, triple Dust Tornado, a Phoenix Chain, triple Spell Shield type 8, very funny, just another defensive option. 1 singular copy of Trap Hole and 2 copies of Trap Stun. Keep in mind that this deck actually topped multiple events around this time. I think it actually may have even topped a WCQ, if my memory serves correctly, because when players are playing against this, if they don't have the adequate tools, because when they're thinking about what other decks are in the format, this is the last thing that's on people's radar. And so that's where this deck typically is at its best when people aren't prepared for it. You're just dropping Christias and Majesty's Fiends, and your opponent just doesn't have an out. They're going to be scooping, and your games are going to be incredibly quick. So hopefully that's how it's going to go against Joseph. Let's see how it plays out. Ladies and gentlemen, let's not make you wait any longer. It's time to duel. Joseph, look what you've made me resort to. This is what it comes to for me to try to get a win in History of Jank. I mean, this deck's jank, don't get me wrong, but like, I mean, come on. This is gonna not be fun in the slightest.
My deck's meta. I don't know why we're playing. I feel like legitimately you're toast.
Your deck is like actually kind of cool. I remember there was a guy or two at my locals that would play your deck, and like I remember like when they resolve like Hysteric Sign, it seems like the craziest fucking thing ever, right?
Oh yeah.
Then you remember they're playing Harpy, but still, I still think it's fun to see that this deck was like slightly good to an extent. Obviously not like a tier 0 meta threat, but by the end of this episode, maybe I'll be convinced otherwise. Shout the patron, Eric Pye. Thank you for the support. Joseph, do you have the hand up, my friend?
Yes.
I rolled a 3 for the number of tribute summon monsters it's going to take to win the game.
I literally put up a 3 because I'm getting 3 cards at the end of my turn.
All right, we're going first. That means you're screwed, buddy. It's been a good one.
Well, let's
hope you
see.
had fun. I guess anything's possible. You are playing Harpy. Best of luck, sir.
My hand looks great. I gotta tell you.
I'm screwed if I don't draw. I'm screwed. I didn't draw what I needed. All right, we're gonna go set 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead.
Epic. Stand by main. Okay, we're gonna send Harpy Queen to the graveyard.
I was like, can you please not have Hunting Ground? That would
we
be,
always have
most
HHG,
preferred.
baby.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
All right, we are gonna activate HHG.
Sure.
Kind of unfortunate. We're gonna normal a Harpy Queen here, and we'll trigger it.
Does it target? What
it does. We'll go for that one.
We will chain MST to the HHG.
Okay, see, that's not so bad. Let's go to the battle phase, I guess. Take this.
I'll take 19.
You know what? Actually, I lied to you. Let's go back. I'm gonna activate Hysteric Sign.
Oh, even better. Sure.
We'll grab Elegant Egotist.
It's fine by me.
We'll go for Egotist.
Sure.
We will grab Harpy Lady 1.
Get a nice little power boost. That's fine.
Yeah, now we'll go to battle.
All right, so I'm going to take 22 and 16.
Yeah, crazy.
Harpy Lady 1 pumping them up by 300 apiece.
Back to you.
End phase, I will activate the strongest card ever printed in the history of Duel Monsters, Photon Sanctuary!
This is a normal spell.
Never mind, I won't be activating this card. I also realized I could have done something completely different, but that's fine. We'll draw anyway.
Yeah.
Main phase 1. Now we will activate Photon Sanctuary!
Yeah, okay.
All right, we'll get our tokens out. Then we're going to sacrifice them for the all-powerful being known as Vanity's Ruler.
Well.
Is that fine?
Yeah.
We'll go to battle. Let's hit into Harpy Lady 1.
I'll take 9 here.
Yes, because you were at 16 to my 25. Second main, that is all I got. Go ahead.
What the hell am I supposed to do about this? Okay.
I gotta be honest, I could have done this turn 1, but I forgot Photon Sanctuary says you can summon light monsters. So, and Vanity's Ruler is in fact a light.
This is very bad for me. Okay, let's go, normal Harpy Dancer.
Okay, this is one of the new ones. Sure.
We're gonna use the effect, return Queen to hand.
It's fine, I'm with you.
I will normal summon Falcon.
Okay, I'm still with you.
Queen of the Grave, we'll grab Hunting Ground.
Sure.
And then we'll go combat, Falcon in, we will return Harpy Dancer, and then we will...
What are you up to here?
Ceilings...
Hold on!
Yeah, okay, sorry.
Oh, well, I mean, you have priority here on attack deck.
Yeah, we'll
so if
go
you're doing something on attack deck, that would be you.
Sealing Ceremony of Rhyton to put
I've never seen this card in
Falcon
my
on the
life.
bottom of my deck and banish all your graveyard.
What?
Yeah. Thoughts?
What the fuck are you up to here? Okay. I'll bite. All right. So these get banished.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'll draw. Duality.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Oh,
Jesus Christ. Oh, no. Oh, Lord.
Unfortunately, as much as I would like to take Angel 7, I cannot bring it out. That would be pretty sick if I could, though, wouldn't it? Oh, I'm just lying. Oh, wait, no, I can't. I'll take the Angel 7, sure.
Sure, what if... Yeah, fuck it.
I've never summoned this card in my life, so if there's ever a chance, I should take it. Battle. 25.
I'll take it.
You got time, buddy. Go ahead.
I do have time. Okay. HHG. Normal Dancer.
Okay, we're doing this again.
We'll
What
go-
do you pop in with the HHG?
Hunting Ground, target Hysteric Sign.
Pop it to be able to add a shit ton of Harpy cards to your hand. I have no response.
We're gonna Dancer, return it to the hand, and then we will normal Dancer.
Sure. You popping your sign, sir?
Yeah.
There you go.
We'll go Hunting Ground again. We'll go for this one.
I will chain Safe Zone to your Dancer.
Yeah. Sure.
So Safe Zone gets destroyed, which ends up destroying your Harpy Dancer.
Okay, we'll move to end phase and try to trigger Hysteric Sign.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Get your Hysteric Sign.
The hell are we getting that outs this? Hysteric Party summons a bunch of cards. Great, that does nothing.
That seems good. That seems useful.
Is Icarus Attack a Harpies card? No. Okay, we'll grab Channeler. We'll grab Hysteric Party. And we will grab Dancer.
Okay. We'll try here. We'll draw. Standby main. I guess we can try to close it out. Activate Photon Sanctuary.
Yeah, sure.
I will tribute the two monsters for Angel 07.
All right, we got a Solemn.
Shit. Is this gonna put you at 100? Oh my god,
Yes.
that's so annoying.
Yep.
He's at 100 life. This
Dark
is
Hole, please.
unbelievable.
One time Dark Hole.
I will set one and pass.
Stand by main.
All good.
All right, Dancer. We'll go HHG and Dancer.
I'll chain. Well, Dancer's at Ignition, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you're doing HHG first here. So I'll book the Dancer.
Disastrous. We will set one and pass it back.
Okay. Draw. Duality.
Yeah.
Come on.
Why are you playing the first Monarch?
Why not? Why wouldn't I
You're
play
tributing
the
this Oh my god. Oh, Lord alive.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, okay? I don't need that. I'm gonna take the terraforming instead.
I bet, yeah.
We're gonna get a card that's a little bit better. It's known as the
Is this
Mausoleum
deck on
of the
fucking
Emperor.
Mausoleum? No!
Of course it is. Well, Mausoleum.
Yeah?
I'm gonna pay 1,000,
Oh,
and
good.
I'm gonna bring out Vanity's Fiend.
All right, let's go next. Okay, I'm going first, jerk. Oh my gosh.
I can officially say this is the first time Angel 07 has ever won a game in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Ever. So
Harpy Queen.
sure.
Grab Hunting Ground.
You have no issue doing that with this deck. That's fine.
You know, actually, I really don't have anything else to do. I was like really excited about this, but that's the whole turn. Yeah, I'm not even getting Hunting Ground. I don't think I can. I have to, yeah. Oh, please don't let me lose like this. All right, back to you.
All right, I'll give you something to be miserable about. Mausoleum. All right, now the question is, which of the cards in my hand are better to summon against you? I'm gonna pay 2,000.
Uh-huh.
Arc Lord Christian.
Awesome.
28.
Book.
Land?
No! I got greedy. Should have waited for you.
You're only taking 2K. You're only taking 2K.
Okay, all right.
I'll set one to pass. It's anyone's game. It's anyone's game.
Is it?
We'll draw. Let's pay another 1,000.
Okay.
How about a Majesty's Fiend?
How about a Majesty's Fiend?
Let's go. Majesty's Fiend can clear anything you're going to set. Let's do that. Yeah, it's Sephiroth. 28. This is a great deck, isn't it?
Ho, 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 ho. All right, dumbass. You think you're the only one here who can use Mausoleum? I pay 2,000. I summon
Harpies
Pet
Dragon?
Dragon.
Sure.
And then I'm dead. There's nothing else I can do here. Oh my god. This deck is so
only, like,
cheesy!
If only Pet Dragon got, like, it doesn't matter because you only have one Harpy in the grave, but if only it got, like, from the graveyard, too, that would have at least been, like, a neat little bonus. The
It was
printed in, like, 2003, so I don't really blame it.
All right, give me the run back. Give me the run. I gotta win.
I'll give you the run back. I'll give you the run back. Sure, sure, sure. You're going first. You're going first.
Yeah,
it's fine.
yeah.
Fine.
For all the good it's done me.
I can't wait to talk about this in the end. But go ahead, buddy. Best of luck. Best of luck.
I'm gonna cry, dude. I'm going to cry.
Photon Sanctuary!
My fucking God. Yup.
I will sacrifice my tokens for Vanity's Ruler!
Yeah, for sure.
25.
Mirror Force, bitch.
Fuck, that's actually a card. Shit. Second mate, I'll set one. Go ahead.
Stand by. God damn it! Any monster!
You fool, Joseph. First, I'll activate Upstart Goblin.
Yeah, I'll take the
I'll give you a bleak, a bleak sign of hope before I activate a second Photon Sanctuary.
Yeah, for sure.
And sacrifice for my second
Get this
ruler.
fucking guy off my screen. I don't want to see him. Get him out of here. I don't want to see him. Oh!
Sanctuary for third Photon Sanctuary. Shit. I don't have plays.
Oh my god, this is not a play. It's not a play. Oh god. Boom.
Zephyros for 16. Sure.
Are you sure? I mean, it's pretty
Yeah,
crazy.
I'll take it.
All right, boom. Go ahead.
Come on. Fuck. It's not gonna do it. Go.
Come on. You are kidding me! Again.
I'll take 1600. Sure.
Go.
Come on. All right, we're seeing the problem with this deck now.
Come on. Oh! Wait! No, shit! Attack!
Sure, I'll take 16. Go.
MST.
Target.
My hysteric sign!
Okay, sure. Be my guess.
Okay.
I guess I can take another 16. It's just not pretty. Sure.
End phase, we should set a whole bunch of cards. 1, 2, a hunting ground. Let's go grab Dancer, Channeler, I don't know, a queen? I don't really want a third one. Let's get a queen.
Sure. There's still a chance. Take another 1,000.
Yeah.
Go. I'll set one.
Okay. Channeler. Hunting ground.
I will think here. You be very careful with how I do this. I've got MST. I'm deciding if it's worth going after the hunting ground. Channeler can just get another Harpy, which is kind of problematic. Let's go for the hunting ground.
Sure. Hunting ground.
Okay, didn't matter.
Channeler.
Channeler is fine. Who are you getting?
Dancer. Hunting ground.
It is bottomless, and I cannot bottomless dancer.
Dancer. Hunting ground.
This time it is book. I'll book the channeler.
Let's go these two for Kidori. Kidori target. Or,
hey, wait a minute. This isn't a wind. Zephyros is not a wind,
what?
sir.
Oh, yeah, he's a dark. Yeah, I'm cheating. What are you going to do about it? And then when I rewind, that dancer gets summoned again, right? So we'll make Gaga Cowboy.
Okay, this is fine.
Activate the hand effect, or the attack effect.
Yeah.
Hysteric party.
Sure.
We will discard dancer.
Yep.
Summon dancer queen. Hunting ground.
I mean, I'm probably dead here anyway. You have what, 2? Is it just 1 activation of hunting ground?
Yes, this is just 1.
Yeah, because it's 1 summon. So it's safe zone, so I'll safe zone the cowboy.
Okay. And then we'll make Kidori. Get this guy.
I'll chain forbidden dress, target the Kidori.
So it loses attack. No!
It loses attack.
All right, we have Zephyros in grave. It's fine.
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
After 10,000 years, I found lethal.
All right, congratulations, buddy.
Jesus Christ.
I had no way to continue. I had Majesty Sphinx, Christia. I had no way to summon them. As you saw, I had plenty of back row to defend them that time. After you,
done. I was donezo.
You had the Mirror Force and the Warning to stop the two rulers at least. But oh my god,
that was miserable, awful, terrible.
But that was like how it was for anyone who had to play against this deck. I think this is the first time Tribute Stun has actually like reared its ugly head in Yu-Gi-Oh! And the funny thing is about this deck, it doesn't go away. This deck stays around for a while, and it'll just randomly keep coming up in the metagame from time to time when people realize, oh, hey, if I just stick a Vanity's Fiend or a Majesty's Fiend or a Vanity's Ruler, then like I just win the game immediately. And as Yu-Gi-Oh! Has aged, there have been more and more individual cards to be able to allow you to summon these a lot easier, or B, protect them a lot easier with like the value of an individual card. And so for like the first incarnation of this coming up like pre-Duelist Alliance format, like it's not bad. Like I kind of dig the idea behind it.
It's not terrible. Mausoleum of the Emperor has ruined many a progression series because it comes at common. And there's just always enough of these silly guys at low rarity. This is an intensely budget deck. This is a period in which it has more tools to combat opponents' removal, like Dark Hole and Forbidden Lance and Forbidden Dress as possible. I mean, those first 2 games were...
Yeah, and I feel like you had, with having Hunting Ground as well, just gave you an advantage, because, like, typically this deck makes sure that it doesn't have to worry about traps with Decree and stuff, but, like, Hunting Ground can take care of that. Safe Zone is usually a card that a lot of decks aren't equipped to deal with very easily, but, again, you had an answer to that. For what it's worth, I mean, not that you'd encounter the Harpy matchup very frequently when you're playing this deck if you're trying to bring it to, like, a higher tier event. But point being is that, like, the tools that this deck is playing are cards that typical decks from the time aren't really exactly prepared to deal with in any conceivable way. The way you lose with this deck is just the consistency issues, but like any type of gimmick deck you're going to play like this, that's always going to be a present factor. And so if you can win a bunch of die rolls, even I think the first game I actually lost the die roll, but I still ended up winning. No, I won the die roll.
You won the die roll.
I just didn't know how to play properly. Yeah, that's 2 completely different things. But if you can win the die roll a lot, and if you can just stick a body, like most of the time your opponent just scoops. And the games 2 and 3 is where it gets more difficult, because then they're going to have some more cards to board against you. But like if you're trying to just steal wins, and when people aren't prepared for something like this, I remember I made a video about this deck like only like a couple years ago, and people are still playing it because it's still effective to a small degree. Your deck, on the other hand,
your deck is the spiritual successor to Kashtira. My deck is garbage. No, Harpies had a lot of hype around it when it got the new cards. I mean, you read Hysteric Sign and Hysteric Party and you go, oh my god, this is the craziest thing ever. but it requires an unbelievable amount of setup in order to get those cards into rotation and repeatably triggering. You can see we've got like Pet Dragon in here. Like, this was a period when players were coping in a big way on this archetype. Later builds would become more like tuned, not 42 cards, like a lot more prepared to deal with threats. You know, Harpy was something that you could expect, especially at the regional level, and it was also something you would be very happy to be sitting down across from, because frequently, if your opponent didn't draw the God combo of, like, pop your own Hysteric Sign, it was not particularly strong.
But you saw in that game 3 there how you were able to just, like, surgically just dismantle my entire back
yeah,
row.
when it goes off, it goes off.
And you have access to cards like Icarus Attack, which, like, any Wing Beast deck, you know, it's something you have to consider. And it's just, like, it's a fine deck, right? It's not going to be tier 1 around this time, but there were several people, just because this was pre-Duelist Alliance format, so this is like hat format, and obviously with like artifacts running around, you may think playing the deck that's like designed to destroy back row may not be the most ideal, but there were a lot of control decks around this time, you know, like Geargia and such as well, that were playing a heavy amount of back row that weren't playing artifacts, and so that's where Harpies actually had the ability to sort of like carve out their own niche, because they could just easily dismantle the back row, and then at that point, you're just trying to deal with whatever monsters they have. And like Harpy's Pet Dragon allows you to go into rank 7s, like Draco Sack, Big Eye, and the like. And the monsters are just like pretty they're pretty beefy, right? I mean, when you have Hunting Ground up, Queen's 21. When you're boosting them with Lady number 1, they get even larger. You get to do the shenanigans with Dancer to be able to trigger like Hunting Ground multiple times. Like, it's a fine deck. I mean, it's nothing fancy. I just think it's like, it's okay.
Shouts out to Magical Hats. Very funny way to trigger Hysteric Sign. That's all I got to say
Very
about
funny.
this.
This is probably the only time Magical Hats has ever been playable in any deck semi-competitively ever.
Ooh, you wait until we get to Ultra Athletes in 2014.
Oh, excuse me. How could I forget about the Tier 0 meta threat Ultra Athletes? So guys, that's going to wrap it up for another video. I really hope you all enjoyed. Let's go ahead and shout the patrons for all of their continued support. So shoutouts to Shout1317, Tim00x3, MBT Play Medolce, Moto, Cameron Smith, Pony Stark, The Synchro Guy, Phoenix the Immortal, Dan the Man Hoban, Richard Enormous, Draconic, Jordan Coons, Jesse Wood, Valen Jackson, Chris Hood, Little Fadeleaf, Dylan Hunter, Cody Bretz, Extremely Vulgar Man, Brody Eastwood, Carlos DT, Flannel Daddy, Indian Taisho, thanks for the sleeves, Dad, Max, Twinkle Muncher, Matthew Brady, Dalton, Luban Yodabon. I've tried reading cards before. It was horrible, and my guinea pigs had to get me therapy. Helios515, Cmos Chaos Cooking Draft, Cheeks McLapperty, Stolfin Amethyst, Wonder Waffle, MBT cancel by all community soon, cancel by all committee soon, cancel by all players soon, Shrugzix, the Crystal Beast Enthusiast, Corvain, and Grey9. Thank you so much for watching the video, and we will see you next time.